And the Oscar goes to Leonardo DiCaprio.
This is the first Oscar and sixth nomination for Leo.
Thank you all so very much. You know who you are. And lastly, I just want to say this. Climate change is real. It is happening right now. It is the most urgent threat facing our entire species, and we need to work collectively together and stop procrastinating. We need to support leaders around the world who do not speak for the big polluters or the big corporations, but who speak for all of humanity, for the indigenous people of the world, for the billions and billions of underprivileged people who will be most affected by this, for our children's children, and for those people out there whose voices have been drowned out by the politics of greed. I thank you all for this amazing award tonight. Let us not take this planet for granted. I do not take tonight for granted. Thank you so very much.
Do you think there should be any concern of us making this documentary?
Of course. If you don't realize right now that you're putting your neck on the chopping block, you know, you better take that camera and throw it away.
It's an environmental disaster that's being ignored by the very people who should be championing.
Let's look at the fundamental problem here.
No one wants to talk about it.
Because they're membership organizations, you know, a lot of them. They're looking to maximize the number of people making contributions.
Animal agriculture is most dangerous to environment, but it is still a known sector in the US. Climate change is caused by the rising temperatures in the atmosphere due to greenhouse gases. Surprisingly, no environmental organizations even mention the effect of culture on our planet and its effect climate change. Animal agriculture is the leading cause of species extinction, ocean dead zones, water pollution, and habitat destruction. Energy saving is a big trend in many countries today, but nothing can be done without people facing the biggest problem. The growing population of energy conscious people and methods are a hopeful sign. Despite the seemingly beneficial financial and environmental aspects, the cost of going global may not be as cost efficient as the world seems to believe. Animal agriculture is often dismissed and hidden from the conversation on the public. One of the most popular environmental issues today is fracking. But animal agriculture problem is even bigger than the fracking. Media and news cover stories of towns, such as Flint in Michigan, where residents people suffer the consequences of fracking. Many California people suffer the worst drought in 1,200 years, it could be caused to animal culture. But any media and news are focused on the main reason. The fact that livestock industry is the biggest harmful cause to the planet is not normal. Yet, the real issues are silenced from public conversations and politics by the money giants like this.
Cause of environmental degradation is
And we need to address that as well.
It's not up to the Department of Water Resources.
Hard to actually target like one thing.
I don't necessarily know what it is.
There's suppression and mismanagement of information everywhere it abounds.
It starts at the local level, but then it goes all the way to Congress.
When you consider the devastation it's having on our planet as well as the oceans.
And we're in the middle of the largest mass extinction of species in 65 million years.
They can dictate the federal policies because they have so much political power.
And one of the largest industries on the planet with the biggest environmental impact, trying to keep us in the dark about how it's operating.
That's the one thing no one talks about. Everybody goes around that.
Unfortunately, we are no longer able to fund your film project. We had a meeting, and due to the growing controversial subject matter, we have some concerns and have to pull out.
You're going up against people that have massive legal resources, and you have nothing.
A lot of people just keep their mouths shut because they don't want to be the next one with the bullet to their head.
I don't know that I would want to comment on that.